What's doing? Welcome to another episode. This week we got an N70, it's getting a supercharger. That's right, we got this big red dog. He's going to get a supercharger. We've just run it up, so let's have a look at the dyno sheet. So we've got a couple of runs here. So we've got 129, 123 kilowatts and 259, 272. So we've got a couple of base runs just to give us an idea on what it's got factory. Yeah, so we'll just do a couple of runs to see what's got factory so we can see what everything's doing factory, make sure everything's okay. Obviously as well, a bit of a health check. So now let's head over to the bench and see what we get in the kit. All right, so Tim from Raptor sent through our kit. So we've got the intercooler water air, piping, supercharger, bracketry, fuel pumps, water pumps, lines, belts, and the inner chiller, the radiator to keep the water cool. We also have the Psycho airbox and snorkel. It also has already got a full exhaust system with extractors. So Josh is now going to get off the dyno, he's going to drive on his hoist. We're going to start pulling things apart. I'll chip in here and there to see where he's at, and we'll see the full thing get done and what power it gets at the end. Fuel tank. So this one has a long range fuel tank, and we're going to replace the fuel pump inside with a high flow version. So now we've got fuel tank out. You can see underneath he's already got an exhaust system with extractors. So do the fuel pump first, that lets the engine bay cool down. And while the engine bay cools down, we get all the other undercar stuff done, and then we can get into this stuff in our lovely assortment of parts. So we'll let Josh continue on. So Josh has now got fuel pump sender out, and we have a high flump.
You want to start that one again?
No, we'll be right. We have a high flow fuel pump and the fittings and bits and pieces here. Exactly basically the same size as factory, just more fuel leaks coming out. So Josh is going to modify that, make it fit in, and we'll continue on to the next stage.
Yay!
The fun part.
This is?
Putting on the super duper charger. Brackets on, supercharger going on. No, it's not backwards. That's where it's got to go. Gets driven from the front, sucked in from the back, blown through the intercooler and into the intake over here under his instructions. So next part is what, Josh?
Cooler and intake pipes.
Get on it! Alright, so we now have supercharger mounted, intercooler mounted. Let's have a look. So intercooler, and it has water to air, so actually water feeds in and out and comes through to a cooler which will sit in here and goes supercharger, cooler in the throttle body. So almost there. Also got an airbox and a snorkel to go on obviously as well, and then plumb the inner chiller thing going through here. So continue on with where he's at, but making nice little progress.
Where it goes or how it goes.
So Josh doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
So he now has airbox in place, not plumbed in yet, but looks things just got to do some hosies, and we're now doing the inner chiller in, squeezing in the factory sort of spot. Somehow we might move some bracketry and do some things, but we've also got some air horns, and we had rust proofing, and we had air compressors, and all the things. We have to move things and make things fit, but he's going to adjust some things and make some things work and get it in there, and it's another part of the puzzle done.
Slowly but surely.
Alright, so now we've just found out this has a trans cooler as well, so we've had to move the inner chiller radiator across and put the trans cooler in, so let's have a look. Josh is having a great time.
Great time.
Having a real cool time, you'd say, hey Josh. So our inner chiller radiator's there, trans cooler's here from wholesale, airbox, snorkel, hit the key broom.
Not quite, but get in there.
Alright, so Josh has got snorkel and airbox pretty much done. Snorkel's in. All nice and tight-like. Airbox is going in. You're running out of parts on the bench. They're almost out. Almost gone, Josh.
Almost.
So keep motoring along. Just got to fit the airbox and get the U-pipe to go in there to connect all those together. Otherwise, everything's done. Trans cooler, chiller's on, all hooked up, ready to go. Belts on, ready to go broom.
Kinda.
Alrighty, so we've got the Hilux on the dyno. Josh has finished it all off. We can hear the supercharger running, so let's go have a look. Yep, so here it is, the Supercharged on running. Just warming it up with the tune base set mat thing that you want to call it, I guess, the base factory tune it is to you. Just get it warmed up, go through everything, then I'll reset all the parameters to suit new fuel pump and supercharger. So we'll let it warm up, I'll get a file together, we'll load that in, we'll do a run, and see where it goes. So here we are, we're done. Alex is driving the car now in the street, make sure it drives nice. You want to make sure it drives nice so he can maybe do under his car. He has a V6 Hilux as well. So I'll show you through. So what we got? So we got 130 kilowatts and 260 newton meters factory, and 230 kilowatts and nearly 400 newton meters after a tune and supercharger. So good gains. This one is running out of fuel. Yeah, so this one is out of fuel, not running out of fuel, just running out of injector up top. So it's just got stock injectors, so we need to put bigger injectors in it. Customer needs it to go away. So I've said just don't rev it over 5200. I put a bit of cut in there for him so he can't. And it's safe up to that. So he'll get him back, we'll put some 550s in it, and then that'll get going. We just got the kit from Raptor, so we'll upgrade the injectors, get some bigger ones, and that'll get a nice fat fuel line all the way through. But otherwise, she's nice to drive. Heaps of, well, is it 100 newton meters? Yeah, more, 140 newton meters, 130 newton meters of torque. So good gains, and it holds that torque away through. So if you're looking for a Raptor Supercharger, we can supply, fit, and tune all here in-house on a factory ECU. So give us a yell on 54914626. If you'd like to see all these sorts of stuff along the way, how do we put things together, give me a yell and let me know. We'll put in the comments and we'll do some more of it. But otherwise, hit that like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.